Hello, hello. Alright. Ups and downs this week. That would be the July 2026 fourth week. Overall, this week lost money. Lost about $63. No. And yes, it had some good days, had some bad days, had some places where I gave it all back, but more on that in just a bit. Give me 1 second. Let me open the trading journal. All right, 27. This is where I made the first trades of them of the week. Okay, so this is some kind of play. I think I should look more into it. Usually, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, but pre-market deep buys after the drop, usually right under support, just a bit under, and then it has this beautiful deep buy to that drop level, right? And that is what happened in this case. It's just that I sold way so early. But even though I sold so early, I had, as you can see, two trades. Sold right here. Should have, would have, could have let it run for a little more, but you never know what would happen. And yeah, it kind of did hit this level right here. That's why I decided to sell. And then it came back. And then I took another one for a breakout. It didn't happen. So again, got out. Also, it failed. Let's continue. And at the same time, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes away from market open, and I don't like keeping positions open at market open. And as you can see, it dropped all day. I'm not even sure if this one had any news. Let me see that. That is on 27th. Alright, I did so many trades this week, and you're gonna see what I mean in just a bit. Alright, ADBL. Alright, yeah. It had a press release. With Walmart. Something with Walmart. Well, yeah. It seems like it didn't really work out in their favor because the stock did go down. Now here you see a little what is that 20-minute per candle chart. You can see it like for a couple months of it usually like it had this pre-market spike and fell down. Here you have this pre-market spike and fell down. Pre-market spike, fell down. It had a history of falling. Here the same. Up and down, up and down, up and down. It was really hard. I mean, I'm glad I didn't hold at market open for a breakout because I would have lost a bit more. Alright, next one. VWR. This one, many ins and out. in and out, in and out, in and out, like all over the chart, even one here. In and out for another breakout. As you can see, we had this previous day sideways price action right here between 180 and 120, and then the next day it kind of broke out, so decided to give it a try for maybe also a deep buy. As you can see, it did kind of work in my favor. And if you look here, but I mean, okay, this here I lost, but then the next I bought on the breakout, I sold just before the drop, then I bought again, also kind of on the way down, but then I bought again, sold right on top. Sometimes I can do that too, right? And just time the scalping basically is there was a lot of scalping this week, and yeah. So overall on this one, did I make any money? Let me see. Yeah, like $150. That's what I made on this one. No, actually not. Actually less than that, about $90. Yeah. No big deal, but it's still better than losing money. And that was 27th. Alright, now we're gonna go to the 28th. Alright. I was trying to short on 28th DFNS. This crazy guy right here. All the good part is that I did got out in time, didn't lose so much money, but yeah. Oh yeah, I started with the pre-market, and look at this run. Look at market open. A lot of shorts were squeezed out, basically, up from 20 to 40, almost 36. This is crazy, right? And well, after this drop, I decided, as you can see right here, to get in. It had this. I decided to add more on the bounce. It need to go higher, so I sold for less, and then decided to get back in maybe, and it didn't happen. It did continue higher, so I got out right before the big spike. Last money on this one, lost about $400. And that's it for 28th. We're gonna go to the 29th shortly. Right here, 29. All right. All right. Yeah, 29 was a beautiful chart. Oh, okay, this is the wrong one. Right here, and the CRA. This is what I was looking for. So I was long on this one. And again, as you can see all day, I started here, and then market drops, which didn't really work. I mean, they kind of worked, but then yeah, all the way to the end of the day, trying to time another breakout, which it didn't happen, so I got out. Well, overall on NCRA pre-market, I made some good trades. I made some money here, and then I had this beautiful breakout, right? But here right here on this beautiful move I made about $1,000, 1140, actually 1140, and I lost about 140 here, made about 150 here, and actually the position was the same, 1,000 shares here, 1,000 here, 1,000 here, but this is where the real move happened. And then I again was out before the market opened, but yeah, I had this drop, and then it had this bounce, and then on the low of the bounce decided to give it another try. If it it wasn't a strong bounce, so I got out, and then at market open you can see exactly what happened. Then some another ins and out right before the drops, right? So as soon as it failed, I was out. So on DFNS, oh man, alright, this is gonna be a little hard, but no, NCRA, not DFNS, alright, NCRA. So on NCRA, I have it here and here and here. Hell, alright. Alright, so overall on NCRA I made money. I made $1,000, which is great. But alright, on this day actually it was a good day. Alright, okay. On DFNS, again, as you can see, he had this pre-market run, so decided to short it again, right? Because now it was up from $4 all the way to 43. Even a crazier move. So I decided to sell it, to short it again. First, after the first spike right here, right, failed breakout, kind of, it came back in. So on the bounce, I decided to add right here, right. Oh no, this is not the right one. Right here, yeah. So I decided to add right here on the bounce. It decided to come down, and then it would go back up. So I sold for a loss, I think, and then market open. It had this failed breakout, and again on the bounce, I decided to start adding, and it didn't happen. The drop didn't happen, so I sold again for another even or plus, probably, I'm not even sure. Let me check actually. DFNS here and here. Oh, wait a second. No, that was 29. Yeah, here and here. Even. Yeah, I lost $30 here. I made about 30 here. So, yeah, for even. And well, the big loss I had on this one was the fees I had to pay, which was $165. So I'll be down on the fees basically. But I think the idea was good, and the executions were alright. I could have done a little better here, but not really, because I do like to see those failed breakouts, right? Like right here, you had this consolidation, you had this level many times, tried, but it failed all the time. 36, and then it did broke that level, and it came right back. That's when I like to start. Or usually, I'm not saying that happens always, but usually I like doing that. And then here is the same. This level right here, it failed to break it out, so I decided to add. And even though this one broke that one, I still added more. And then on the way down, I added even more. But it held this raising support, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so I got out. I'm gonna have again to look at data on these huge runs. How many times did they actually drop in the first day? Because I feel like there's no buyers who the hell would buy a stock. I mean, I'm not saying that people don't, but who would buy a stock at 40 up from 4 to 40? Just crazy people. So I don't think there's that many doing that. So this whole thing is probably short sellers, and and then you have all these short sellers trying to get in, holding the stock, and there's no buyers to sell it. To create that market open drop, right? And yeah, I don't know. See, I mean, what would create a market open drop would be, I guess, shorts trying to get in, right? Because when you're shorting, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, you are buying shares and then you are selling them into the market at first and then buying them later, right? So a drop would happen if people would try to sell more and more and more. Shorts would try to get in, and I don't think shorts are. I think shorts are usually traders with more experience, and I don't think they'll chase a stock just to get in. That being the reason why you have these consolidation areas which don't do nothing. But again, I'm not sure about that. I'm gonna have to look on more big runners, like 1,000+% runners, and see when they drop, how do they do that? Is it in the first red day? Because I think at some point I was even risking the open of the day, basically. But yeah, I definitely need some more data on that. Or maybe there is a day of consolidation, like this one right here. You had a day of consolidation, and then at market, when the market closes, I think this one did drop at market close. Let me see, actually, DFNS, DFNS. Yep, well, you can see all my thinking, right? All these lines are and yeah, okay, let me see where the hell. Okay, this is too much, but the main point is that this is 30. Wait a second, 29th. So I was shorting on 29th. I was shorting right here. Oh, it did go even higher. It did go all the way to 90. That is crazy, right? OMG. Alright, let me go to the 5-minute chart. Yeah, so on the 90th, it had this raising support, right? And it came right there, and then it had the bounce. And as you can see, it came down and it had the bounce right here, right? And I sold right on top. It wasn't the best trade, but it's something I think do maybe once it comes to that support area. In this case, that raising support, maybe sell like half a position, right? And then let it run. You can sell the other half, and maybe it drops. You can make a little more money, but yeah, this guy you can see it did go higher, but the next day I think I did trade the next day as well. Let's get there. Once we get there, I'll come back to this chart. All right, 29, and let me see if I made any other trades on 29th. DFNS and CRA also on 29th, and CRA. Give me 1 second. Oh, we already talked about NCRA. My bad. Yeah, this beautiful move right here. All right. WLDS. Okay, so WLDS is just a trade out of boredom. I'm like, okay, let me see if it's gonna break. You have this fading resistance, right? And I'm like, oh, it's right there. I mean, if you drop a line, yeah, let's go back to WLDS. I said, yeah, WLDS. You see, you can see it right here. That's the reason I sold that trade. I'm like, oh, maybe it's gonna break out pre-market, right? And it didn't, so I got out for a small loss. Right here, you can see it was no real volume, nothing, but I'm like, all right. Oh, okay, so he had on the level 2 at like 340. I mean, I think 385 around here. As you can see, this it was kind of hard to break this level right here. It had a big position. I'm like, sure. So I played against that big position, and as soon as that position was taken out, I was out. And I played it for a breakout. I thought if it did, then it could have another beautiful run. So that was the play about. Well, as you can see, I didn't make money. I lost. I didn't have a big position, so I lost about $60 here. So yeah. All right, let's go to the next one. WLDS, always the same. DFNS, 30. DFNS on the 30th. That crazy, huge, right? He had the drop. I mean, this one, he had the drop at market open, but it had a round number. Maybe I should have let it give it. Maybe I should have let it run at market open, because it had this failed breakout. Down to had a 100 round number, which is also always great, and my entry was great. But before that, I had this entry right here, right? So on the double top, right? You can see on 96, I had this double top. So I'm like, all right, I'll give it a try. So right here, I lost about $300, 330, and on this one, I made only about 80. And I'm like, open, I decided to give it another try. Many times, in and out, and so overall, again on this one, I lost money, about $950. And it kind of again did go sideways all day, right? it did go sideways all day, and then it started to drop. So that was my thinking. It didn't have the power to have another spike at market close or the next day. Because here, I guess it failed to, it did fail to drop, as you can see, and then the hell broke loose. All the way to 95, from 40 all the way to 95, so that's crazy. And then on the previous day, it did go from 6 to 19, and then from 20 to like 40 to like 36, and yeah, it just kept going higher and higher and higher. So yeah, maybe market open. I should have let it run at market open. I don't know. I just need more data on these things. They go crazy, and overall on the FNS, how much money did I lose overall on the FNS actually? Let me see. Second place, alright, right here, boom, boom, and all that. Alright, so I lost about 1300, and if because we have to add the fees, so if I'm gonna add the fees to that, that's another like 250 in fees, even more, like $300 in fees, so overall it's like 1600 on the FNS this week on these crazy runs. This is something like I should consider in the future, right? Get more data and see how it works out, and then you have this aftermarket drop. Usually I don't play aftermarkets, but yeah. Alright, let's just go to the next one. Enough of crazy plays. Alright. CYCU actually. CYCU actually, it had news. It had a contract winner. They say the largest one in the company history of 54 million, and this was a small company. You can see it. It was up from 30 cents to $3, about 1,000%. And since the contract was this big, I actually wasn't even thinking of going short on this one, and then because of the FNS, and I started to think about would people be long or short on a specific stock, right? And like, okay, so the FNS had this beautiful contract, probably a lot of people are long, and it had this double top, so it may have a beautiful drop because all the longs trying to get out, and that's exactly what happened, but I sold way too early. I got scared, not scared, but on this level right here at 2.4, right? And it had this little spike back to 250, and then it was 1 second drop from 250 all the way to 170. Well, I'm glad I was thinking right, but I still lost. I did left a lot of profits on the table. It's still good. Alright, so on this one I made about $400 right here, right? Would have, should have made a little more, over 1,000 probably, but it is what it is. So yeah. And on the same day I was long on another chart, And this one actually was a beautiful drop, although it's 110, as you can see. I only took this right here. It is what it is. Yeah. Right. Look at this crazy. Look at all this is so crazy. Oh man. In and out, quick in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Like so many scalping. Like how many are they? 14 in and out, 14 trades. Like it's actually more. This is 14 trades, but I got in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times only on this one, so it's a lot more than 14. 14 trades basically. I break it open for a breakout, didn't happen, got out. Then on the drop, holding, I think it was right above view up, so I decided to go for a run and sold right before the actual breakout, right? Not the best one. Yeah. Then again, and just trying to this was crazy actually. Like when I look at this chart, this was so crazy of me. I was just, alright, let's just see if the breakout is gonna happen. And overall, on this chart, I lost money. I lost $400 on this one. This is crazy. Like I shouldn't do this again. And even though I look at these entries and exits, it did go higher. It had this deep buy kind of play, right? It came. Look how beautiful this was. It came to 10, just above 10, and then it had the breakout. The deep buy, more in deep buy, basically. I could have made some money here, and then going for a breakout, which didn't really happen. But yeah, I don't even know what to say on this crazy play. I did look at that. This is unbelievable. Yeah, it's just me getting bored, just doing nothing all day. Yeah, this is something I definitely should not do again. Like, what the hell is that? In and out, 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 in and out. Like, what kind of trading is that? Is that even trading? This is not trading. This is trading, right? I had a plan. I knew. I kind of had some logic behind it. I'm like, alright, so contract winner, people will be long on it. If it starts fading, then people will sell, right? And that's what happened. But here, it didn't even have a catalyst behind it, right? Didn't have any news. It didn't have nothing. And it's still, sometimes, to be fair, DFNS also didn't have any news. And this, I guess that's what I was looking for, another DFNS. But even these, they don't go like that in one day. Look right here. It had the spike. It had the deep buy, right here. And then it faded all day. Let's go. I'm not even sure. Let's go on the first day of DFNS. Alright, maybe not. Next day. Yeah, right here. I'm not sure if you can even compare them, but the morning run, and you'd have the run after that, and then it did continue higher. Yeah, but definitely didn't have any data on that. And then you can see it here. I already spoke about this day. And the next day, you had the morning. I mean, you kind of double top at the market open, and then it just didn't do much all day. Yeah, I don't know. You had the market open, a spike, and then the trap. Let me see. What did it do all day? FC UV. Did it FC UV? Did it actually do anything? Not really. It just did go sideways all day. I'm glad I had to go to work about midday, so I didn't play it here, trying to predict the future. But yeah, sideways price action. Yeah, that's the week. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next one, next month already. We are done with July, and we'll see how August is gonna be. So for the best. Overall in July, I lost money. I lost about $30,000 on July, because if you wanna see why, you can go to the previous week. On the third week of July, I had one day where I lost like $4,000 on some crazy longs. So if you look at this chart right here, I was going long, like under all this consolidation, trying to I mean, going for a run, but yeah, this is not how you play them. I think this is how you play them right here. You get a hold, they support, and then you have the run. But I played it under the support and just continues to go lower, and I was trying to and the trades weren't. I mean, the trades were bad, but the worst or the position I was taking, which was huge. Yeah, so if you wanna see, just go into